Hello, this is Jared playing Oxygen Not Included, and I've got the carnivore achievement out of the way. So with that, we are past 100 cycles. I've got a new oxygen system that's running, charging up some Atmos suits, and my goal today is to clear out some land, picking this for some future construction. So we're going to go in there, and because it's very hot, dig out the material and claim that land back in much less hot ability. I also found a Drecko. I wasn't sure if I was going to find a Drecko, but at the end of the last episode, I did. Oh, there's two Dreckos. Okay, let me just take you, before we go any further, some comments from you guys. Biolix mentions, oh, there's also a Printiceptor. I know there is a Printiceptor because we've got a toilet. That would have been another way. I would have had to find it. But I guess if I didn't find a Drecko, that would be definitely, you're right, a way of doing that. Mahat also mentions Explorer on this asteroid could do some rock crushing for sand, because right now I have not gotten access to water, though I am going to get a little bit of water here, and I'm draining this out so that we can get the sand over there pretty soon. So yeah, we'll get these charged up. I think it's normally a low priority filling these up, so I'm going to make that higher priority. We've got at least one Atmos suit that's been created. Making a room up here, and we're going to plant some. This is going to be for some Dreckos. See a shine bug that's in there. Don't actually want that to stay around. And I will decide what Drecko we want to put in here. Now, are we with gas masks? We are not with gas masks. I think this is going to be a little bit, yeah, okay. Let's bring in some gas masks. So we've got a quick little plan to extend our oxygen line that's filling up these guys. That's going to continue on, going in this direction, jumping over this, going down here, and filling up some gas masks. Come to think of it, I don't think I even have a place for gas mask production. So we'll maybe put that in here. And let's have a look over on this asteroid, doing a little bit of automation for some hydrogen that's up here. I haven't formed my nature reserve yet. I've got some wild plants here. Just like to drain this area. Curious, maybe I should have put in, we'll put in this for sand once we finally get that. I don't know if I need a liquid reservoir to drain this out quicker. It is being consumed at priority, so maybe that won't be an issue. Okay, so making this out of igneous rock, since there should be a good amount of that around. Let me just put in that ladder going that way. The other thing that I forgot that I did the end of last time, which will just happen naturally, is I want to get down and access these guys so they don't become, or don't, we want to make sure they produce an egg. So we'll let them out into the world. And also, we can technically go in this direction. Only 3 dupes could go in that way at the time. So we'll start that process. And we've got a Drecko to put in this little area. That shine. Oh yeah, we want to close that. Maybe we'll make this the priority. Take this shine bug and get them out of this room. But I actually, now that I think about it, maybe it doesn't really matter because we need the gas mask to actually get down to the Drecko anyway. Whatever, we can still make that the priority. Lots of these pips. I would like to automate the removal of eggs in here. But my thinking is maybe I'd like to wait until we can get a metal cooling system together. Because I don't want to heat up this area too much by producing lots of metal. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the eggs that are in this room. These guys, are they crowded? Yeah, they are crammed. That being the case, let's set that as priority and check eggs here. And that is my 2 stables. I'm I guess we'll have a third stable here. Another shine bug in the way. Make sure that Explorer has not gotten in trouble. So I think the goal of today for Explorer is to get some running water. We either will get that rock crusher together, or if we finally do get out here, I think that'll be the case. Didn't we make a liquid reservoir sitting there for later on? Access a little bit. Actually, maybe we'll have that as our first water that will go into our washroom. And let's take this shine bug, kick you out there, so we don't tame you, because that's not the point. Oh, and let's see if we can get something interesting. Snack fruit. We're on hard mode, so that's just going to feed one dupe. Not super useful, but I'll take it. Speaking of which, where are we with cow? Oh, right. I'm going to be watching this, wanting to automate this a bit. I didn't realize that the fish trap would actually work with, okay, I was worried this wasn't going to be the case. If we're ever below 16, which is not the case right now, let's see, looking at just the critters, if we're ever below 16, which is not the case right now, so we should be getting, hold on. It says there's 16 critters, right? And I'm looking at, are we below 16? Why are we getting true? Oh, because they're actually at 15. Did we just literally lose one? Like, okay, perfect, because this allows me to test this out. Which I would want to say Paku, Fry. Actually, maybe we'll say any of them, because if I get one of those types stuck in here, they'll never actually remove them. Do that in priority. So someone should be picking that up, dropping that off here. And hopefully, in that case, then we're getting a false rancher setting that because it's false. Okay, that's a little concerned. I don't... Maybe the dupes won't pick that up. Maybe that's all that means. So I don't want to have a crowded area. We'll do a little bit of attack. Make sure these guys are not crowded. That's the most important thing in terms of food. Because then we get so much... Oh! Oh! How did you get out? Okay, maybe I failed to collect the egg. Okay, that's a surprise. Let me just do this. Shovel pop. Put that on maximum. And okay, all right. All right, so some critter stuff we've got to manage then. Again, double checking that we didn't put in too many, 17, which actually isn't too many, but that's a concern because it's like, I'm thinking what happened is when you send a signal here, it's whether you set it or not. And I think Rancher got to it before it became disabled. So I think that'll be fine only because we can hold up to 17. See if any progress has been made down here. Oh, this looks a little dangerous. Chef, you're not actually stuck. Why are you? Okay, good. You're able to jump over that figure. Just a few more pipes, and then we'll have running washroom. We'll have to get rid of that outhouse. Maybe what I'll do is I'll keep an outhouse to the back. But if I actually want that to be in a washroom, can't quite have it in the same room. Oh, and just a few more things, just to make sure that it doesn't become a slow process. I'll let these guys out. We'll make that a priority. 24,000 calories. Do a big attack to up our calories, so we don't have to use the micro mesher as much. Curious when I might have to do that again. Okay, so we've got this little door here to manage the amount of heat escaping towards the base. We also have an Atmos suit, so no one's going to get into problems going out in this area. All right, and we got these little guys out. They can start the process of laying eggs. Maybe I'll go in here. Not priority, but this gives us access to that plant at least. There is our gas masks we want to put in. Speaking of which, let me ask for 6 of those. One more than we actually need. Repair these forever. Speaking of repair, set that to be repaired forever. How much metal do we have? I wonder. Okay, I'm going to ask for 1 more. I'm just worried about asking for too many of those. I have so many dormant geysers. Dormant. Oh, okay. You are active once again. That is a little bit of good news. Okay, so and this is dried up. So technically we can get rid of that. Just mop up that area. No rush on that one. And we've got running water. It's going to be joining up at this point. So why don't we now ask for this to be taken out? Is this area dry? That's also dry, so we're going to get access. Make sure we don't forget to mop up this zone. But we'll get access to some sand from that. Create a little door there so we can get an outhouse. Just in case I ever run out of water. And let's start exploring. Now, technically, if I go out like this, other than this first little area, we don't have to do much other than go around this way, just in terms of getting out all that sand. So that's kind of cool. What I might do, though. Oh, what is starvation? 28,000 calories. I think they just have such a long way to go that technically going to be fine. And just need to get some gas masks put in, guys. Just going to up that priority. And realizing we don't have lights in there. There we are. Now we have lights in our what's going to be washroom as soon as that door's and mesh tiles created. And it is taking a bit to... Make sure that is put in place. Let me think. So just a quick liquid reservoir, I think, to mop that up a little bit quicker. So we can get our nature reserve in, which would be nice. That's I guess, another goal for today. Explore to have a nature reserve. Maybe we'll lower that location for that pump. And we've got some gas masks. Ask for these to be brought or filled. Can you click on one of these and hit copy? No, there's no copy for this, unfortunately. And because it takes a while to fill those. Ask for that, but oxygen can go in there in the meantime. This is going to be a little dangerous. I think from this path we're fine, but this little... Oh, we actually... I guess technically that won't be. Alright, miner I think is going to be completely fine with that. Maybe what I'll do is this type of thing instead. Okay, I think we're going to get our goal today. We've got some gas masks. Next plan, I'm going to pause it here. Take a quick break, but my next plan is to get down and reach these guys. So just put in a plan for some fire poles and ladders going down. Allow us to explore this area. And gas masks, we don't have to worry about all the carbon dioxide that is there. And we'll get this filled up and realizing was not meant to be harvested. This is more for the Dreckos. So let me just put a false on that. See, 29,000 calories. Have to manage attacking here. Looks like we get a true there. Let's double check that we don't have too many. Oh, whoa, oh, 21. No, okay. No, something's wrong. Something is not working. What am I doing wrong here? Maybe, I wonder if this has to do with the fact that there's no actual liquid there and it runs forever and disregards this. This is a problem. So we're gonna have to start attacking. Let me just disable that completely for now. Attack. Attack. We're gonna get some unfortunate wet dupes, potentially. I think Rancher's the only one that's focusing on attacking. Okay, did that still crowd it? Rancher, we still need you to... Okay, that's unfortunate. Maybe I will try putting in some polluted water. Let's do that type of thing. Miner taking care of this area. So this will be future construction. We've got a little hatch in here. Not worried about a vacuum. Sometimes when I go in here, carefully make sure I get a vacuum. We'll get, when we dig in here, a little bit of heat back from that oxygen, but I'm not too worried about it. See, 6,000 calories over here. Let me just start growing that last plant. Again, I see we're must be low on polluted water. Not exactly. We just have that disconnected, but you do this type of thing. I'm not going to get rid of that because that might be replenished, but I do see that that has not been mopped up. I think we can speed things up a bit here. See our vole cage seems to be all right now. It must have just been an egg I forgot to put in there. There's also some meat that we can get here from some pips. One issue we may end up having is the fact that it's just a long way to go to get down here. I kind of think that maybe all this construction is a bit silly. And the reason I'm thinking it's going to take a lot longer to build all the ladders, the fire poles, and all that. I really just wanted to get down here and do two things. Access this and access a Drecko. So you know what? Let me rethink my plan. So just a quick change here to my plan. Up the priority as well, but we're just going to get a little bit of ladder going down. Some S digging, we'll get down to this point. Curious if we can take one of these guys out in such a way that we won't lose the wildness. See, one is 115. We'll keep an eye on this guy. See, maybe he's already laid an egg. If not, we'll possibly wait a little bit longer and lay an egg. And I've got to decide, probably going to give this to Miner. Don't really see any, I don't see any particular dupes. Oh, calories, or it's going to take me a bit to get some snazzier clothing. Let's see, let's give this to Miner. I think the reason I'm giving that to Miner is I suspect they're going to be the ones going further away from the asteroid, digging out some places similar to what I've got going on here. Start digging up like that. We've cut through here, making our gas mask use. Builder could also be a good one. I think I will give that to Miner though. I'm going to try not to go too far away because I don't want to get Miner stuck here and run out of oxygen. Don't want any dupes to die along this this mission. 23,000 calories. Speaking of which, let's up calories. Check to make sure okay. A little bit of water landing over here. That's good to see. Maybe I should have actually had that as regular water on that side of things. You know what? Yeah. Let's abort this. Mop that up, and we'll put in regular water there. Otherwise, it'll slowly evaporate on us. So we've got our sand. We must have running water. We do. This is dry, so we can get rid of this. Let's mop this up, and let's aim to get a nature reserve together or explore. So we're going to get Explorer to mop up. Get rid of that. Open up this area. We're also going to start to clean the air a little bit. Some deodorizers. Oh, who is starving? Nah. Already just get distracted. Let's complete this process miner. Okay, so you've got extra health. So if there is a dangerous area to go, Miner is, well, a little bit more equipped, which is actually good because Miner is probably, again, one of the ones that's going to be going further away into the more dangerous areas. So I don't mind the fact that they have some extra health regeneration. I don't see any Drecko eggs that have been laid, but I don't think it's going to take this Drecko at 116 too long to lay an egg. But let's rummage through in here. Might need a ladder to get further down. Dig that out, smash that. And we will take this out. I have to decide how big of space I need. The other thing is I want to get some oil. It's not just about space. In particular plastic. Okay, so Explorer has a few tasks to do. We can leave them alone for a cycle or so. So we'll keep an eye on that. In fact, you know what? If I say Drecko, oh, there might not be. Okay, I can select that. Okay, we'll watch that if I see an egg appear. I need to move a Drecko. Let's make a plan for this area. We're gonna go put it in a ladder here, start digging up and round there. We've got a second stable for the pips. An awkward shaped one over here. I've got to go in, and because we don't have enough metal, fish out some of their eggs every now and then. I have another one we will have to monitor that with. Can take down this wall. Okay, so we've got that to be built. Go back over here, explore. See them on the manual generator. I do have some, when there is hydrogen, can consume that. I think I forgot to plug this guy in. Plug you in. Right. Because we only have one dupe, we get a small amount of hydrogen, and that just means not a lot of power production. From hydrogen, at least. Okay, so far not so bad then. Finish that. Miner going out here to continue digging this out. I have to decide, are we going to go after some crude oil today? We'll see, maybe. We've got the Atmo suits for it. To get in there safely. Okay, so we'll keep an eye on the Dreckos, but we'll pause that. Let's just take a minute to move some of these pips over. So I've selected 4 lucky pips that can move into this room. So we've got access to that plant. We've got down to this zone. Depending on where that Drecko is. We'll determine how long it'll potentially take to move him. Let's see. Oh, okay, nice. You were starting to get filled up, and I don't want you to become backed up. So let's take some time to plan this. I see that we got polluted water there. I'm consuming. Oh yeah, I'm consuming the polluted water that used to be over here. Most of it's gone. In fact, pretty much all of it. We can even take that back. Just ironically, or maybe that last one's not fully out just yet. So we'll cancel that. And I will decide how we're going to treat this. So we came up with a simple little plan. I'm just taking a pipe from this liquid reservoir. And we're going to go down. And I think that's the pipe that used to feed this setup. So we'll be able to get water in here. Of course, we want it regular water in that. So maybe what I'll do is just do this type of thing, now that I think about it. Make sure that gets filled up. Now we're down to 13, and unfortunately we're having to move these for some reason manually. Hoping that putting water in here will fix this automation situation, because that's could get quite frustrating pretty quick. Okay, we want to keep digging this out. Oh, and oh, yeah, a little bit more work left to be done. But I think we can make a nature reserve pretty quick. Okay, so I think all I need to do is just a few more tiles. Curious of the size that this is going to be, so we may need to shrink this down a little bit more. But we're going to put in a door right there, at least, no, not quite right there for now. Might shape that out a little bit differently once we see the size of the nature reserve. Oh, and I guess that's not actually going to fill that up unless we do that. Okay, so now we'll get some water over there. Can do an attack to up our calories, which is a little bit low, 18,000 calories, 15,000 over here. So this guy's looking pretty good. He's eating 2,000 calories each cycle. Let's see if that pipe not built just yet. And our algae level, I've got to watch that. We've got to start switching. Fortunately, we did set up a new stable. Make sure these guys are happy to produce meat without burning so much algae. And man, would I love to put in some automation. It's just such an awkward room and with such a hot base. I don't think I can afford the metal production. Sandstone. Okay, I'm just curious. Maybe at this point, hopefully, if I enable this, we'll have to keep a careful eye on it, make sure it doesn't get out of hand like it did last time. But we're getting a true signal, which means it should operate for the moment. So Explorer should be on the way, or Rancher rather. Oh, and let's do some digging out here. Continue in this place. Okay, so I should be getting, oh, we have to wait obviously for, oh, what's this? Oh, that's just saying that no more water can get in there. That's fine. Thinking that's potentially even cut that just because. Waiting for that Drecko egg. Reason I'm doing that is if he lays an egg, he's going to leave behind a wild critter. And the one that I throw in the cage will become tame. So I'll have an extra wild Drecko. And I don't have a lot of Dreckos on this asteroid. At least there's only 2 that I can see. There may be more. Let's see about a nature reserve. Do we have, aha, we have a nature reserve on this base. So I'm going to take a moment to decide what the next task is over here. Just trying to solve the mystery of why my buddy bud plant seed has disappeared and moved, destroyed this, moved it over one, and was expecting to be able to plant this guy. But there is none, unless, oh, wait a minute. If I asked, maybe it's because I was asking for the, no, I was not asking for those to be transferred. All right. Do these guys eat buddy bud plants? Do they fall in the water? I assume they don't eat those types of plants since they don't reproduce. That's just a mystery. Well, we lost a buddy bud plant, unfortunately, then. We should hopefully be able to find another one or two. I think these guys do have buddy bud plant. Yeah, they do. Just to tame stress down. That's a little bit unfortunate because stress is actually a little bit higher for Explorer. That is a shame. Is there any buried objects here? Okay, we'll have to watch things. I might have to increase the sleep schedule for Explorer. I have to decide how big of a place. Oh, I think we may need more tasking. Well, I wasn't expecting this. We now have 2 Drecko Eggs. I kind of thought that because one of these guys was older than the other, that one would lay an egg well before the other, but not the case. That's fine. We'll take both these guys then. Send them up to this. And what this is going to do, first of all, we'll be able to get a little bit of reed fiber this way, then relying on trying to continue to produce or push polluted water, which we're not going to be able to maintain. Unless we have some geysers going, but also the fact that I've put in some mealwood is slowly going to convert these guys to the other type, the glossy. I could put them through here if I want to speed that process up. I might, but for now, let's just get them in that stable. Let's make sure that this is not out of hand. 12, it's not. Oh, I wonder if the fact that this exists where it does is actually in the way. Pretty sure it is. Okay, we need to fix that. Okay, we're gonna go see what that geyser is all about. At the same time, this is gonna open this area up a bit for this liquid that I could land down in here in the future, which will be nice. Continuing to dig out this zone. I think I'm going to end on this floor. So we'll dig underneath it. So again, having all the hot material go underneath it. And then insulate. And then we'll open this whole thing up. And then we'll decide how we're going to reach the very hot oil biome. Okay, I think 1 Drecko, that must be Rancher running along. What in the world was I doing there? Okay, so first Drecko has been dropped off. They'll have to be tamed too. Rancher will need to pick up the second Drecko. Oh, fortunately, maybe they're going out. What are they? Hungry? Fair enough. I'll get that done in time. Okay, so again, if I want to dig there, we need one more level after this. Got some geysers that are kind of in the way too, but figure that out after. Natural gas one right there. So if I want this to work, we could go like that type of thing. This is what I'm thinking. We've got the abyssalite, and actually, yeah, don't I didn't even think about it. I didn't have to bother. Well, or am I concerned about all this hot stuff? 45 degrees, 47? I think we can live with that. I think that's going to be fine. Oh, this is not going to be fine, scientist. Miner, you guys. Okay, let him out, let him out. Let him out, scientist. Oh, okay, all right. A little bit dangerous build. Wasn't expecting this to be so bad. Do we have both our Dreckos in there? Not yet, but we did get a little bit of reed fiber from that first guy. Explore. Oh, do we have... that might be ice rather than some... It's going to get more and more difficult to go across in here. Unless we reach this in a different way. Fortunately, we've got a little bit of liquid along that path. And we're going to be trapping some hatches if we do this. Oh. Body temperature high. You know what? Why don't we just do this? We'll just throw them into this room at high priority. No, we are moving the second Drecko, which has not moved yet. And if I get to seal this up like this, we could actually get rid of the Atmo suits. I have to remember, I still want the oil biome. Maybe we won't deal with the oil biome just yet. Though, I really do want some plastic. So maybe we get some. Let's do this. Hopefully be getting Rancher in there. This is also going to give us a little bit of lead access. Okay, let's make a plan for this oil biome. So now time to concentrate on a little bit of oil production. For that, I want a really cold area, and unless I want to produce plastic a little bit further away, which I kind of don't want to do because that's just more further construction, I'll need to make stuff out of steel. So we got steel production going on. That's definitely not going to be great for the heat. Oh, hold on. Make sure that this didn't get out of hand. I feel 17, but are we getting a false there? Okay, maybe that worked. Maybe we really needed to have liquid inside that for that to be disabled in the right way. 15,000 calories. I think we can do a big attack there. Did we get our second Drecko? Not yet. Rancher has got to get busy. Okay, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to get explored. Oh, oof. We opened a dormant, fortunately, but this is a bit of a risk. I am going to try to mitigate that now. So apparently Explorer has their task. I'm a little bit worried about them getting trapped with that tile, so they can build that, and we'll put some liquid on top of it. Hold on. Probably going to be asking a Rancher to move so many things at once, but that's fine. There's no rush per se. We'll move that guy down here. I don't know if steels, I don't think steels need it. Gold amalgam should be fine. But steel will be needed where we want to produce. Do I have enough steel for... Oh, I do. Okay. Now I have to choose where I want to produce my first plastic. So our first plastic production is going to happen right here. Not a super ideal location in terms of heat control, but what I'm going to try to do is put some radiant pipes here and here. Okay, let's get that drained out of there. What I was thinking of doing is having a conductive panel now that we got lots of lead. Hold on. Why is that? Maybe I have to have the building built first. Oh no. We got to get that pipe there needs to be destroyed first. That's what's going on. We'll take that out. If I can. And this is not a lot of crude oil. We can get a little bit more there. I'm a bit worried about going here, but let's at least take that plant out. Or we dig into this zone. That would be a little bit of zombie spore. Don't think we need to risk that, to be honest. We've got that risk of the volcano we're addressing slowly. I don't know how long we have to deal with that. Not sure how much plastic we're going to get from this. We don't need a lot to start off with. That's weird. I guess probably Rancher went on break and dropped you. Taking Rancher a good while to move this guy, fortunately. Colony achievement. Oh, I bet that's just going into the oil biome. An easy one for us to do, which is something we needed to do anyways. Okay, double checking that we're fine over here. Not too many eggs. Pip. How did you get in here, Pip? How did that Pip get in there? I guess because you're tame, there's no need of you having you around. Don't go in here. It's unfortunate because I may have lost a wild Pip. Oh, and I guess we'll have to do that there. And we're going to be taking the temperature. Let's see if we can finally put in this conductive panel. Oh, okay, this is... I may have to restart my game here for some reason. This liquid pipe, destroy. Maybe someone will do it this time. And there is a pump for that. I don't know what to put in here. Let's say you have to be above or below, let's say 40, even 50 maybe, just as a safety mechanism. And put that in there. So explore. Oh, forgot. You don't actually have the ability to do that, do you? That's fine. What I might ask for is the production. Before I do that, let's move over some fossil. Let's move over some lead as well. So we'll actually, now that we have lead, I never even thought it. With lead, we can automate some of the stables. That may be what I do next time. Never even thought of that. Let's make that a bit of priority. Okay, so just a little bit of power needs to be brought down. Oh, and let's do that. And I've got to remember before we go in and claim this area, I need to make sure this is blocked off. I could put in a door, though. We'll see how I decide to do that. Okay, and this liquid running through there is going to help, I'm hoping, maintaining the temperature. Do a little bit of digging, some more lead. And what is... Oh, that must be a volcano, aluminum volcano. Okay, maybe we'll... that'll be useful, but we'll stay away from that now. And, oh... Never did give enough time to here and there. We'll do that. Find out what that geyser is all about. Oh, I need to convert this to petroleum. Okay. Okay, yeah, let's cut that back and mop up this terrible mess and produce petroleum. Okay, do a cleanup first. Fortunately, we did some damage. We did some damage on steel. That's annoying. That may be worth... I'll just take that out. Disable auto repair. We'll rebuild it. Oh, and this is also going to be a problem because we mopped up where I was storing bleach down. Okay, we're running into a few risks here. Let's see, radiation warning over here. That's not making me feel super happy. Put that wall in like that. And a cool salt slush geyser. Okay, was not expecting that. That changes things. Okay, well, I want to get down there. Don't know when it's going to become active. Okay, that's a bit of good news. Let's plan this petroleum production. Okay, guys, let's try this again. This time done right. What I'm going to do is produce my petroleum right here. We'll produce oil right here. What I'm going to do to try to maintain temperature is we're going to start consuming this polluted water. In fact, since that's mostly filled up, I might even pause that. Just because I don't want that to become too filled. Oh, did not realize how low calories were. A moment. Make sure these guys are not crowded. Found an egg in here. We're definitely going to be utilizing all the lead. In fact, I asked for lead to be brought over here and fossil to be brought in here. We'll open up this guy. My thinking is maybe we won't do this yet, but I will move you up here just for your safety. Any other hatch in this zone? I don't see any. So this guy is active. What about the geysers that have been not active over here? You're still dormant. You're still dormant. Combat. Why am I being... Oh, starvation. I may have put myself in a situation where I'm forced to produce a little bit of food the old way at the beginning of the game. Micro musher. And we've got this guy. We'll analyze this. Scientists can get down that. No rush. Let's take this algae, but carefully get that out of there so the pacus don't consume it directly. Nice. I can get rid of that now. I guess that's also going to be raised. Maybe we'll put that in right close just to make it easy to drop off critters. Where is our drop off? Maybe we'll try right there. What's wrong with you? High stress. That's unfortunate. That buddy bud plant. Okay, let's start this process. At least there's that and radiation and stress. Let me make a plan for Explorer. Given Explorer 4 hours of sleep a day and a mission to dig some buried objects. Hopefully we will re-find our missing... I'm just thinking, did a pip steal our buddy bud plant and put it somewhere? Never even considered that as an option. Oh! Ha ha ha! That's what happened. Oh my goodness. Okay, well this is a place, this dupe, in fact all this liquid on the floor could also be making the stress worse. But okay, that's not so much the priority then anymore. Explorer's going to take their break, including their extra 4 hours. Got our pipe ready to be built. Got a place there. Let's see. Fried mushroom. Might as well take that. More calories in that. Higher quality anyway. Lots of, I was going to say lots of room for these guys, but 20. Okay. We're having some issues with this setup. Below 16. Let's try. I don't understand what's going on. This is not a good situation to be in right now. To do a big attack. Okay, both Dreckos I see in this room. That's good. Some analysis has been done down here. One thing about this asteroid, I do have lots of geysers. So if we can keep surviving, I think this is going to look good. Okay, there is... Okay, good. That explains that mystery. And that will help with the stress. I'm hoping. 16,000 calories. Okay, so we're starting on the pipe construction. Because this section can only be done by dupes wearing the atmosuit, sometimes I find it's better to do priorities inside where atmosuits need it. Scientists looking at that. All right, so, oh, body temperature. Oh, it's probably too cold. Ah. Okay. What temperature does a buddy bud plant need to be? It's a 20 is the coldest it's allowed to be. So we can just lower it maybe a little bit and perhaps be fine for a certain amount of time. The other thing I could do is if there's common places dupes are this dupe spending their time, put in some more carpeted tiling, which I'm going to stop sending over for a period of time. Too much time on the manual generator, unfortunately. Okay, worried about Explorer. See, analysis is complete. Next activity, 53 cycles. But what I'm going to do is just open this area up so that when it does become active, it'll have room to start outputting its liquid. See if we have crude oil that can move in here. Not quite yet. We just need to get this building built. Might as well give a light source for whoever's going to operate this. Put that in right there. %61 stress level. Uproot that. And Pip, you stay away from that. Okay, we're missing our barracks. That's fine. It's not a morale issue, but oh, calories. Calories is not so great, though I could transfer over some, and maybe I will. Let's bring over some of our cooked seafood. My priority. I will need to allow manual use. I think that's the first time I've sent, actually, it might be the first time I sent anything over to that too. Maybe, certainly the first time I sent food over. That's becoming backed up, which is making me think. Probably want to get that flowing. So I don't want to lose the opportunity, that liquid coming into the world. Causing this guy to become backed up, which I don't think it is right now at the very moment. Let's just see if we can get this done. Okay, 32,000 calories. Cooked seafood. Anyone could move that over. There's a little bit of that on the way. I know it's a long way to go. Keep going, keep going, keep going. I know you're not feeling... Okay, next dupe trying. Builder. All right, we'll see how much that is going to do. 7,000. So that's going to buy us a little bit more time. Let's make sure that we've got this stuff growing. We do. We even have fridge. Let's make sure we've got seafood in here. Cooked seafood, is it? Yep. I know you're stressed. Ah. Okay. I think that's enough to block that guy off, so we can stop that. Mop that up. Okay, so there, that takes the, no! Alright, we've got an issue where this is that explains why that's, okay. And the dupe was getting stressed out, getting their feet wet, walking over here. Okay, disable auto repair there. Put this in. We'll have to destroy that. What has happened is we just got liquid that's just kind of squeezed in more than can actually fit within that tile, and it's just like pressing out against our tile. And where's Explorer? No, this is not going to help. Oh, you're going on break, I bet. That's unfortunate. Still haven't moved this guy. I don't know why that shows. Sometimes that happens. Shows up as red. Let's move you over. Set you there. Put some light access on this whole setup. Oh, and I see some petroleum going in here. Disabled. You can operate if you are low fit. In fact, let's go 48. And here is our very first piece of plastic. And I think we're going to stop it there for today. Let that hit on the ground. Boom. Oh. Forgot about the fact this output's liquid. Ridiculous. Okay. Let's do this. And that. And we'll even do, maybe just do this type of thing. Oh, shoot. Explore. Where are you going? This is. We got to get this fixed. I don't want to have to come back to this next time. I don't want to destroy that yet because that's going to let that go. Oh, this is so unfortunate. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to send Build over to temporarily help. Okay, I guess we're going to continue on just a little bit extra only because things are iffy over on Explorer's Asteroid. And wouldn't be bad to kind of fix this whole situation as well. What maybe I'll try to do. Do that type of thing. That way we can catch some water down there. I'll probably convert all that to plastic. And that'll be something we'll build next time. I don't think we need in here anymore for the moment. So we'll seal that off before I forget. In fact, I think we can do that too. In fact, we can just seal ourselves off from the hot area. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. I really wish the teleportation equipment did not work that way, or you potentially forget about it, dude. Maybe they weren't actually needed. Kind of looks like Explore his handle on things. Okay, perfect. And I'll send Builder back. 5,000 calories. Yeah, don't want the Builder to stay here. Just, oh, you know what? Take that. This time not forgetting about Builder, sending them back. Could be a huge risk for them. Calories are low over here. We'll have to fix that next time. But stress could add if we don't solve this situation. So this is looking better. We'll take that out. We'll build a pump down there. But okay, good. So we've got our plastic production. This can be finished next time. Over here we had this volcano. Stress is an issue. Food's low. But this is all stuff that we can deal with next time. All right, I think we're almost at cycle 120. Thanks for watching, guys. Hopefully I'll see you next time, where I think the goal is going to be making a metal refinery plus capturing the heat and having a cooling system and a deep freezer for food. I would also love, I don't know how I'm going to do it, putting a deep freezer on over here on this asteroid too. Anyways, see you next time.